Doug hates candy wrappers screaming baby sticky seeds with 50 as in popcorn kernels in his teeth. There's still not one that he won't see, 'cause Doug loves movies.
Hey, everybody. My name is Doug, and I love You Up with Nikki Glaser. This is Doug Loves Movies, coming to you once again from our final days. It's Sunday, May 17th, 2020. And my guests today are the hosts and frequent guests of You Up with Nikki Glaser on Sirius XM, Andrew Collin, Carlisle Forrester, and Nikki Glaser.
Yay!
Hello.
Yay.
Thanks, Doug.
I mean, if we were doing this somewhere live, the crowd would be going nuts right now.
I know. I feel it. But
They can cut that in a post.
Yeah, the three of you together, what a force.
It really is. This is like, this is a good reunion. In fact, I don't know if you know, but my show doesn't exist anymore on Sirius. But so that's a shame. But we did have a good run for over 2 years. But it's no longer.
This is how I have to find out. Next thing you know, you're going to tell me Fred Willard died.
No, he didn't.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's true.
He's still alive. Actually better than
Fake
that.
news.
When did this happen? It must have just happened.
This week, yeah.
It was, last week was the last week we had off. It was like two Thursdays ago, but my contract was up and it just didn't seem like something either of us wanted to continue doing in the way we were doing it. And so we amicably split ways, and I might go back to them at some point. They might come back to me. But for now the show is over.
Sorry you had to find out this way, Doug.
Yeah,
I really am terribly sad about it, but also, because I was never in a car, so I wasn't, I'm not driving around in the mornings at all anymore, so I don't.
You missed it because you didn't have the rental. You weren't doing your road gigs, so
exactly.
it slipped by you.
Yeah, Sirius is awesome, and I loved having a show there. I love doing a show every day, but and I want to do it again like that, but. That all things must end. It's such a bummer. Do you ever feel that way when your stuff ends for you, Doug? I kind of haven't announced it. That's probably you didn't know. I haven't been too melodramatic or sad about it because I think I'm just too sad and I can't let the sadness in. So it's just on to the next.
Yeah, and it's also you get a lot less. You're just going to get so many nice people that are supportive of you, telling you how bummed they are about it not being a show and how can we fix it. And that's not really what needs to happen. What needs to happen is just everybody continue to have, be fans and continue to follow what you're on to next.
It's exactly it. I didn't want that outpouring of what happened? Why did they cancel you? And explaining that's not what happened. You think I'm just never going to work again? There'll be another way to consume me. Just give me a little bit of time and everything will be okay. But it's and whatever we did with that show, I'm obviously always going to work with Carlisle and Andrew, who's, the relationship we developed on air is going to facilitate so many other things. So the show will keep existing in different ways, but for now it's gone.
Yeah, now she just yells at me in private, Doug, which is not quite the same when, not 30 million people are listening, but
does it make you feel sadder inside when there's no one listening or is it a little better because no one's listening?
No, it makes me feel way sadder. I mean, at least I'm getting, that sweet clout and that publicity when she's telling me to get her coffee. But when it's just me and her alone, it just doesn't feel the same.
Yeah, me just DMing him to bully him doesn't have it doesn't hit the same as when I know that people are listening. So I often those times I'll just screenshot it and share it on my Instagram story just to let people know that the abuse continues.
Whenever she tags me, she could do whatever. She can cut my dick off, Doug.
He'll do anything for a blue check mark.
I'll blue
now I figured out. Okay. Is that big hat you're wearing full of spare dicks?
Look, I'm not going to video to show you. I'll tell you that.
So that's Andrew Collins zooming in from the East Coast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm actually-
Where are you at? Are you in New York City?
So I was in Brooklyn for 3 months in a disgusting, horrible apartment. And then my brother, who's way more successful than me, picked me up, kind of got me out of jail and brought me up to his Hamptons estate. And so now I'm in the pool house because he doesn't let me in the main house near his children. And I'm overlooking an amazing pool, about 2 acres of land, and Gwyneth Paltrow, I could see her vagina candle from my front yard. So my life is good right now.
All right, also joining us. Representing the West Coast, it's Carlisle Forrester.
What up?
Yeah.
Squirt, squirt.
And you have a new show about hanging out, right?
Yes. So this is what I wanted to tell y'all. All of us, actually, if you're missing us, we're still doing daily content. I have a new show. I have a daily podcast and a weekly show here for the hang that's on YouTube that has a supplemental podcast that's daily that you can check out if you subscribe to Patreon here for the hang. And yeah, check it out. I got to have all of y'all on soon too.
I'm glad you kept that to exactly 15 seconds so people can just click that little 15-second skip at that point and start right back up at the show. I'm just kidding. It was a perfect ad size.
And now back to Doug Loves Movies.
Carlisle is so funny, and I've been waiting for her to put out some like content on her own and like that she hosts and is the producer of. So definitely support a new podcast here for the hang because she's why Carlisle. There's no one else like her.
I have so many good stories, and like so I'm putting out the weekly show, which is more produced, and you'll see it has like a musical act and an interview with a comic. But I get so candid in my shit. Like, I can't have this stuff live on the internet forever. And that's why I created the Patreon podcast. Because at least then you kind of narrow down, like, who hears this thing.
Yeah, people can record, though.
I get wild.
And cancel you later.
I'm just trying to get people to subscribe to the Patreon, Glaze. But
Right. Well,
I'm telling all. I'm just letting
yeah,
you know
there are things that Carlisle is one of my best friends, and there are things that she says to me sometimes where she has to preface it like, now, if I tell you this, are you still going to want to hang out with me after this? She'll lock the doors in her car before she'll tell me a story so that I can't run out into traffic to escape the rawness of how broken she once was. It's insane. She's got wild stories.
Yes, Andrew, come on.
I don't worry about her as much anymore. As long as
Look, these are all stories from the past. Okay, I'm actually thinking about relapsing just to get some new material because
I know, me too.
Good. Okay, I've gotten too boring. You too, Glaze. Whenever you're talking about that on the last radio show about how like we would have to relapse if we did a reality show.
Yeah,
it is. I am so down. Like it's true, and I would be your relapse twin in a second. On a reality
show. Would look like what it would look like the episode of Intervention that they send in to be considered for the Emmys. If you and I did a funky fun reality show where we relapsed, it would get so dark quick. We'd be in a gas station bathroom, Britney Spears style, barefoot.
Though I think it would be different now.
Yeah,
this is what I want to ask. Okay, Doug, do you ever drink? I feel like I never see you drinking.
Oh yeah, I used to drink every night, and then comedy ended.
Yeah,
right. So now that I'm not in comedy clubs every night, I'm much better with my drinking. I'm like, it's almost down to I wouldn't say not at all, because I enjoy the way a lot of different alcohols taste. So now when I drink, I just have a glass of something, and I don't.
Right.
Wow. I don't drink to get drunk ever.
That's interesting because you can really tell in this pandemic what you're addicted to and what is just like something that is like because of your lifestyle. Like the fact that you can have one drink in quarantine means you probably don't have a problem with it. But like, I just feel like I'm realizing with caffeine, like I'm super addicted to that because there's no reason I need to be drinking coffee right now. And yet I like crave it all the time. And like,
See, I would argue no, because you have to be on. You're broadcasting. You're doing all of these appearances. You can coffee for that.
no, I don't think it requires as much energy. I just like walking down the hallway into my dad's office. What about weed, Doug? Are you doing more, same, less?
Oh God.
Pretty much the same, but with an eye on, making it last, because while the dispensaries are open because they're considered, essential businesses, it's still weird to have to go to a place or even have a guy come over with it.
Yeah, just taking a risk for your health.
Gouging. They're price gouging so bad right now too. Doug, do you find that?
I do, but some are better than others, and that's the great thing about living where I do in Los Angeles and having the kind of time I have right now is that I can just walk to lots of different places. So we just find ones that have the best deals and just walk there,
Yeah.
But then once you're inside, though, they tend to be small and a lot of people in there. And
You're risking your health for a stupid drug that you probably don't necessarily need. So I understand what you're saying about just like, rationing it. I feel the same way. Even groceries, you just like make groceries last so much more than you used to.
Yeah, and you find the right, where I live, there's one grocery store that's packed with people all the time. And then I walked a few extra blocks to one that's empty all the time.
Yes.
So, gee, where am I going to do my grocery shopping as I move forward,
Yeah. Yeah. You have to
the place with spoiled food. Probably pretty shitty food there, Doug, that you're buying.
How is St. Louis treating you, Nikki?
I kind of love it, to be honest with you, Doug. Like, I am realizing that I can do a lot of the work I need to do from here and that I could build things here for my future. And like, I could have a career outside of St. Louis, or in St. Louis. I'm not ready to commit to it yet, but I am moving out of New York City and just like gonna put myself in storage and figure out what's next. But
what are the comedy clubs doing there? Are they going to open?
St. Louis?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'd rather do a Zoom show than go to the Funny Bone at this point. Like I'm craving doing stand up, but not that much. I haven't even checked on the comedy clubs. That just seems so far off to me to be performing stand up live. I don't count on doing that until the very end of the year or early next year. And it's not even in my mind. It's more about like my quality of life. And I have a pretty good one out in the suburbs of old St. Louis.
I feel bad that like a lot of comedians, myself included, just have this kind of like engine where you just want to get back to it, and the waiting is so frustrating. And so I feel like a lot of shows are going to happen when they shouldn't be happening yet.
Yeah, I won't be doing those. I don't think.
Look, if you're a comedy club and listening, I will headline if they don't want to. I'm ready today. I was ready 6 months ago.
Andrew, Arizona.
You have your first theater show booked in Wuhan next week, right?
Yeah. It's going to be crazy. It's no AC, windows closed. Everyone's actually have to sit in the same chair.
It's musical chairs live.
Isn't it called? It's called the Cough in My Direction tour, isn't it?
I mean, I didn't want to announce it yet. I was waiting for Carlisle to get done with her Patreon,
but you, Doug, coffin is spelled coffin, COFFIN.
Oh man, you guys are right on. You guys know my.
This is so
you guys
good.
talk to my reps.
Well, all right. Well, we're going fortunately still play silly movie trivia games over Zoom. So that's still going strong. And this is the point in the show where I say, "Let the games begin."
Woo!
This first game, I'm so excited about this. It's called the Home Alone game. We're all alone right now. We all know what it's like to be Kevin McAllister. So this particular game is where luck and knowledge about Home Alone movies go hand in hand, while also remaining 6 feet apart. Andrew, you'll go first because we're going alphabetically, and before anybody speaks up, it could be first name or last name. You're alphabetically the same.
Oh.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah, you didn't know that about the three of you, that Nikki always comes last.
Or not at all, Doug.
Andrew, how do you know my efforts this week?
Because I
Nikki comes
watch you.
TBD.
When my parents go to their river cabin.
Okay, so Andrew's going to go first, and I'm going to ask you a question about Home Alone. And then if you give me the correct answer, you get a point. If you miss, I will go to Carlisle, who I will give 2 possible options for the correct answer. And if she gets that right, she gets a point. If she misses, then Nikki gets the free lucky point, because at that point, you'd know what the answer is. And it moves around like that. So whenever somebody gets something right, the next person to go first is, again, in alphabetical order. So, Andrew, are you ready for your first Home Alone question?
I'm ready. I'm ready, Doug.
Do you know the movie?
The one with Joe Pesci? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
That's one.
I think you're going to nail this.
Tell me it's a Joe Pesci at the end.
Andrew, how many brothers does Kevin McAllister have?
Real brothers or black friends?
How many white brothers that live in the same house until they leave him home alone?
Okay. No orphans that just live there. Okay. I'm trying to think. I think he had one brother.
Incorrect.
Damn it.
We go to Carlisle. Carlisle, does he have 2 or 3 brothers?
I think he has 2, Buzz and the blonde-haired dude.
That is correct.
Yes.
Nice.
Trick question.
1 point for
No,
The
Carlisle.
that
rest
there's
are cousins,
no trick.
Andrew.
The trick was knowing anything about that movie.
Yeah. So Carlisle has 1 point, and it's the first person to 2 points. So this, you gotta, it's gonna end quick, maybe.
Wait, the game's to 2?
What's that?
The game is to 2?
2 points, yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of games to play. We gotta
What do you think?
move quick.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, this game is kind of a warm up, and a warm up. Okay, Nikki,
Yeah.
how many sisters does Kevin have?
Oh no.
Oh.
God damn it. Okay, I don't know this at all because I don't remember any interaction with sisters, but I feel like there were like 10 kids in that goddamn house. And so if he only had 2 brothers, that means he had to have had like, I'm going to say,
The cousins were in town.
or Carlisle.
Carlisle,
Don't
shut up.
helping her.
Carlisle, shut the hell up.
Carlisle,
Can't help the
even though
helper.
you're helping me, I'm mad about it. Okay. I'm
Chris,
gonna
you're being
say.
helped.
I'm gonna say. Then I'm gonna say 1 sister.
That's incorrect.
Damn it.
Man, McAllister's
Yeah.
were fucking.
Andrew, does he have 1 or 2 sisters?
6. No, 2. He has 2 sisters. Final answer, Doug.
You know, that's not cool saying that final answer shit with Nikki here.
I know it's really, really rude, and I'm
Really
triggered, and I have to go.
Oh. I'm not going to cry about it.
Oh.
You know, Nikki, you did that on that show, I think, because you've had a lifetime of getting out of speeding tickets.
It works. I know what works. I couldn't blow Kimmel, so my bag of tricks was limited.
Uh,
I swear to God, I didn't cry to get out of it because I didn't. First of all, can I just really say, I didn't know. I thought I was crying because I knew I was eliminated because the gameplay, the rules are the rules. Like I didn't think there was like some deliberation and we were going to come back and I was going to get, like, I thought it was already decided. So that's why I cried. I would have cried so much harder if I thought I was like crying for a chance to keep playing.
I was crying.
All I heard was white privilege, Doug.
Yeah. They just, that's the thing on that show is that it tends to be, they like the slow, suspenseful everything. So, like, it just normally goes, final answer? Yeah, final answer. You sure it's your final? Like, there's a lot of final answer talk. And you just went so fast that nobody had time to go, wait a second. And then they went, I think they did the right thing.
I think they did too because it was for charity. But if it was the real game, it would have been insane to let me have that because the rules are the rules. The reason why Carlisle was there. So for those of you who don't know, I was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and I accidentally said the wrong answer that I wanted to answer, and I locked it in final answer like right away without thinking. And I immediately realized what I had done wrong and was screaming no. And then we go to commercial, and I just thought we were going to come back from commercial, and they were going to tell me that I was eliminated. So I was like crying during the commercial. Dr. Drew came and like comforted me. But the only reason that I said final answer so
put it in your head
is because they briefed me before and Carlisle was there and the guy was just like,
bring like a guy from the gaming commission that's like in a suit that's watching the rules be read to you. Like it's very serious.
Yeah.
They were just like, final answer. You have to say final answer. If you don't say final answer, it's not locked in. So it was like there was this weird obsession around final answer that made me crazy about it.
Even if you say final answer, and then you go, oh no, wait, I didn't mean that. Then that counts. Like he even set up that scenario, which is why that was in her head, like right before.
But it's just so. It's so funny the way though. It's like you and Drew agreed on an answer and then you just turned and said the thing we knew you weren't going to say.
Exactly. So the fact that I'm glad that I talked out my reasoning because people you knew what I meant to have said. Yeah. And it was just me having like a Tourette's moment.
Yeah, where that happens all the time where somebody really thinks they said a word and a completely different word came out of their mouth.
Yes, it happens all the time. My nephew cannot say grandpa. He can say so many words. He's 3. Like he can say any word. And then you go, say grandpa, and he goes, Bobaki. And he like, he thinks that
final
Bobaki,
answer after that?
Yeah. He thinks that he's saying grandpa, but he's saying Bobaki. And so it's the funniest thing. I don't know.
Is that grandpa in Greek?
That might be like what they call that might be off some Greek children's show he found on YouTube. That's what they call their grandpa.
Has he read Ulysses?
What?
I don't know.
He would win on How to Be a Millionaire because he, instead of final answer, he'd say flibby flabby.
It wouldn't be locked in. That's for sure. Okay, wait. Home Alone. I'm so sorry.
No, so I got the point.
I really got good job.
Yeah. So it's Andrew and Carlisle each have a point, but Nikki, you'll still have a chance if Carlisle misses this one. All right, okay. Carlisle.
Okay.
Wait, don't. Oh, I thought I'd go now. No, okay.
Yeah, you just got the point, so now we're going to Carlisle.
Oh, sorry. It's your show. I'm an idiot. I'm final answer. I'm an idiot.
Carlisle, how many Oscar nominations did Home Alone get?
I mean, 0, right? Home Alone's not an Oscar movie.
Is that your flibby flabby?
Hey, Babushki, relax.
I'm going to say 0.
That is incorrect.
Okay.
Question.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to say...
Now it goes to Nikki. And you get options. You get options.
An option.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Did it get 1 or 2 Oscar nominations?
I'm going to say 1.
Incorrect.
Damn it!
Yeah!
Andrew wins.
I'm the smartest fucking man alive.
It got 2 nominations. For bonus points, Andrew, do you want to say in what categories?
Of course I know. Best screenplay and best freaking movie. And it won 2.
Are you on your phone again, Googling?
No.
This is very specific.
Like, best music and talk for a 10-year-old.
Yeah, that's not a category, but I'm sure in the Oscars in your mind it is. But it's it did. You were right about the music. It got nominated for best score because it was by John Williams, and also best song for some dumbass song that was in it.
Oh, so I was
Home alone again. Kevin's home alone again. His mom is gonna scream on a plane. John Candy is in a van. Home alone. I think that was it.
That was it.
John Candy, is he in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how you say in the first Home Alone, they're already saying Kevin's home alone again.
I know.
It was foreshadowing. That was them
there's an
advertising.
Yeah, there's a pre. What do they call it when there's like movies before the movie that don't exist?
Prequel.
Yeah, there's that. And he gets home alone one other time. His mom just trusted him while she ran to the grocery store real quick while he was home alone sick. And it was just a quick trip. Nothing really happened and everything was fine. So it wasn't a great movie. But it was Home Alone again.
Did Bradley Cooper
how many
write
Home
that
Alones
song?
were there? 2 or 3?
Yes. It's a duet.
There's 2 or 3
Home alone again. Aren't you tired of being a little boy who's always stuck at home? All right.
Hitting burglars in the face with
irons.
Iron.
Burning Joe Pesci's hand. You make friends with a really old man. Your mom is eccentric. Your dad is trusty, and your brother's kind underneath it all. He's got a spider that's gonna come in handy. You recorded a movie and then used it against them. That was a great idea.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done. I can't keep going.
That was fantastic. For someone that didn't get one right answer, you know everything about the movie.
Well,
Yeah, did you get a bonus point for that? Jeez.
That's what that song is called. Everything Nikki knows about Home Alone.
That would be such a fun genre of things to do. Like, I know so little about so much. That's so funny. Just to always that tune. All right.
Here's a weird
series.
Here's a
Never
weird
2 verses.
There's a weird piece of trivia that I discovered around Home Alone, and that's for a while people thought that Elvis Presley was an extra in one scene.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then eventually it was debunked because the guy who really was in the scene is like some extra that was in a bunch of different movies.
Is that when Kevin's in the bathroom slapping his face and Elvis is dead on the toilet?
Yes.
You saw it. That's when Elvis fell over on the toilet. He goes,
That's one of those weird bonuses in the movie you can only see if you pause it and look really quickly.
Yeah, you look at the clouds.
Yeah. Yeah, and when Kevin's like throwing all those ingredients into a bowl, making himself a disgusting dessert, it's called the Elvis special.
Yeah, Elvis loved peanut butter and like bananas and pickles. What was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a classic Elvis.
He was gross. All right, so Andrew won the first game. We got one more game. So to determine a winner today, we're going to play a game called Last Person Standing. And because you won that last game, Andrew, you've got a crazy piece of control over this next game. It's going to give you quite an advantage that I don't feel you deserve, but you got it. You're going to have to name an actor or actress who you think you're very familiar with all their film roles, and then we will, all four of us, I like to play along, we'll take turns naming films that they were in, and if you can't think of one, you're out. And like I said, Andrew, you have the control. You get to decide which actor or actress.
Oh man, this is good.
Nice.
Elvis? No. Babushki? Okay, let me think.
I think I could only name like 3 Elvis movies.
Home Alone again, and the prequel. I think I'm gonna go with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You ladies
all love
feeling
him.
all right about Leo?
Oh God, I feel great. I feel so good about him. Always have.
Always will. All right, so
Yeah.
it goes Andrew, Carlisle, Nikki, Doug, and like I said, we go until somebody, when you can't think of one, you're out. And start us off, Andrew, with any film featuring Leo
If I got
DiCaprio.
this wrong right now, I would look like the dumbest man alive.
I think you
let's
could
go-
do it.
No, your hat does that.
The one with the dicks in it?
Yeah.
Gangs of New York.
Okay,
Who's next?
Carlisle.
Me? All right. The Beach.
Oh, yeah.
It's my
I love the
favorite.
beach.
Nikki.
Shutter Island.
No Googling.
No, of course not.
Yeah, we're all playing fair. I'm gonna go early DiCaprio and say What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
I'm up here, Gilbert. I'm going to go with Basketball Diaries.
Ooh.
Have you ever gotten basketball diarrhea?
Twice. The first time I played and the last, if you know what I mean.
So both
Is
times
that-
you played.
Is that what episode 9 of The Last Dance is going to be about?
You don't
I'm
know
looking
that
forward
story
to it.
when Jordan quit?
Yeah. He had
It
to
was with the
switch to
Wizards,
baseball.
so no one remembers it.
Yeah, he switched to baseball because he had IBS, and it's easy. There's a lot less activity in baseball.
No, it's easier to cover shit in pants than
Yeah, it
sports.
really is. It just goes down your pant, and if you really protect
Yeah,
it.
you just
Actually,
slide
it
into the
grass
nearest
grow in
base.
the outfield.
Yes. Yeah, having it like constant diarrhea in basketball shorts is a true nightmare.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Did you put shit on the ball?
Carlisle.
Where were we?
Okay, I was just stressed out thinking about what my answer is going to be, but it's the most obvious one. It's right there. Romeo and Juliet, baby.
Oh yeah.
Best soundtrack ever.
Sometimes
Yeah, I love
referred to as William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, really?
Baz Luhrmann's William
Just Baz.
Shakespeare's Romeo and
Oh,
Juliet.
right. Man, that movie is so good. That was like the first sex scene that I couldn't stop thinking about and like
So
was obsessed with
good.
after I saw it. Like me and my friends in 8th grade just couldn't stop. We were like, when he pulls the sheet over, and none of us had even kissed a boy, but we were like, oh my God, that is special. And then the other time, soon after, when he was so hot again and like made every girl in my like 9th grade class wet, was Titanic, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you had an iceberg in your pants. He melted it.
Wait,
He
it's my
melted
turn.
it.
It's Doug's turn.
Yeah, I get a turn. But I also just wanted to take a moment with that iceberg in the pants joke. Just kind of let it
Yeah,
sit
let's
there
let
for a
that breathe. Let that breathe.
Nobody's gonna go down with that joke.
I did.
Yeah, one. You were the violin player.
You're like the captain of that joke where you just sit and look at what you've done and feel like a failure, and the windows all crash in and you just drown immediately. Get hit in the head by like a
I had
shard
a
of
good
glass.
run, though. I had a good run.
Look, Andrew Collin will go down on jokes, just not on women. Get it straight.
Not true, Carlisle. That was one girl, one time.
But how many jokes?
A lot.
How many
I do.
jokes have you gone down with?
I need pussy. I want to put that out there, everybody. Just
Oh,
with a
gross.
mask on.
God.
I know a lot of people, men and women alike, were worried about where you were on that.
Yeah, I'm so glad. A lot of people were tuning in to find that answer, and I'm glad we got to it.
First of all, I was in suspense a while back about DJ Khaled, and then I found out about that he doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't because he works for Weight Watchers, and pussy is like 2 points.
Doesn't stop that fat fuck from eating a hamburger. Come on.
Another one.
We the best iceberg joke.
That guy's too busy eating iceberg lettuce. Or maybe
Here we
go.
Here we go.
All right. I'm going to say,
Low fat.
I'm going to go back to, back towards the beginning. I'm going to say This Boy's Life.
Wow. I like that with De Niro.
Boy's Life. Boy's Life. Boy's Life.
All right. I'm going to go with The Aviator.
Aviator.
Wait, is it me now?
Oh, yeah, it's you. It's you, babe.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Carlisle.
Catch Me If You Can.
Damn it. That was going to be mine. Okay.
Same year.
The Great Gatsby.
I thought that was Carlisle's statement about the pandemic.
Great Gatsby.
Yeah. Have you seen that movie?
I haven't.
I mean, if you want to see like a very rich but also very insecure and weird Leonardo DiCaprio,
Ooh.
it's strange. I don't think there's any other movie where Leo is so like losing his mind over just some woman.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I like that. I would want to see that. Even though he played Romeo, who literally blew his head off over a woman. But
right, but it was, in this.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really unwell. Like he plays a truly like kind of insane person.
Oh yeah, he like their first date, or it isn't even a date. She's just coming over or something. He just buys a shit ton of flowers, and it's just overkill immediately. Like she's already like, uh-oh.
Oh, a desperate Leo. I'd love that.
Yeah, it's really weird. And then Tobey Maguire is just standing around smiling at him. All right. They're good buds. All right.
Yeah, they are. Probably in love with each other.
Oh, it's back to me again already. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to go with, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about it.
Well, it all started when a lady named
I'm right
Holly,
back, baby.
a lady named Holly made a sign. Have you seen this Hollywood thing on Netflix?
Around.
Yes, it's so good.
Is it?
How many episodes have you seen?
I'm on the 3rd episode.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
Is it a
all
reality show?
about sex. No, it's a scripted show about Hollywood in the 40s, 30s or 40s. I don't know. Old Hollywood, but everything is about sex. Like everybody was sleeping ahead to get anything. Like, I just think it's so funny, Doug, how even the girl that's like, she's married to a writer, this actress, and she's like, I want to pitch you the script. And he's like, all right, tell me about it. And she has to like write him while she's pitching him like her own husband. Just everything is so sexual because it's Ryan Murphy, like Nip Tuck.
Oh, yeah.
But it's about
But
LA.
they'll just randomly throw out the name of a real, actual famous person and some horrible thing they supposedly did.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Rock
like
Hudson is the lead guy. It's supposed to be Rock Hudson.
Yeah, there's like these things that that they slip into the storyline. That's very it's very catty and very scandalous. And I'm going to wait till the end because there's a bunch of facts that happen over the course of the show that are real, and then a lot of stuff that's fictionalized. And so I'm going to wait till the end and then read about all the stuff in there that was true.
Yeah.
Interesting. Like they can get away with maybe slandering people just by being it's fictional. And some of this is real and some of it's not.
Throw a line like, George Cukor slept with all his actresses. And I'm like, wait, that's the guy he directed Gone with the Wind. I know that name.
Right.
Like, they'll just say stuff like that.
Yeah, they're just very casually throwing people under buses.
Well, it sounds like it's all people that are dead or like kind of irrelevant. Like it's funny because when the Harvey Weinstein thing always leads me to believe like everyone knows everything, and it just takes one person to be like, no, actually, guys, this is like, because if you search, there's stuff about everyone.
Oh yeah,
like people know. So that's really interesting. I can't wait to see what's real and what's not.
I just watched that documentary on HBO about Natalie Wood, and it's like,
me too. It's so good.
It's great, but it only makes you wonder more about what the fuck happened.
What the fuck happened?
I don't understand why we can sit Christopher Walken down and go, you know something. He was there, dude.
Dude, you got to watch the documentary. Robert Wagner is telling what happened, which I believe him, oddly enough. But while he was talking, it sounded like he was the guy in the Jinx, you know, when he was clearing his throat so much and like kind of mumbling under his breath. Like he kind of had that style of telling the account of the night, if you know.
Yeah, and his daughter, who believes him, is the one who's interviewing him and then also producing the movie. So it's very much it's very much like trying to clear his name, but they don't have anything to clear his name. He's the last person that saw her alive.
Yeah,
you know, so it's like
and his story just that she heard clanging on the boat and went out there to go and like untie the boat or something. Here's why that's bullshit. I haven't seen that documentary, but I listened to the podcast that's all about Natalie Wood, like from birth. And she, from birth, had a fear of water. Her mom saw a fortune teller before she was born, told her she was.
They cover that.
Okay, they do.
But
okay.
Carlisle, they make a great point, which is so funny. Doug, no, you know what I'm going to say, where they're like, okay, yeah, she was always scared of dark water, but who isn't? Dark water sucks. Like no one's like excited about dark, mysterious water.
I just see her going out there in her nightgown and like fucking with a boat. That's a crazy story.
That's Andrew's pickup line is, "Hey, do you like dark water?"
My friend has a boat.
I know where I could show you some really dark water.
I'm so sick of seeing like crystal clear blue water. It's like almost like that like disgusts me. Like just like so I really just the darker the better. The murkier, the confusion about how deep it is. I need that to be. I just need it to be black as night.
Yeah,
but that's the thing about. That's the thing is that you know. They say what Carlisle said is true, that that she did speak of having a fear of water, but then the movie cuts together clips of her like she's constantly in swimming pools in her personal life and in movies.
Yeah, but that's light water.
Swimming pool though.
Yeah, it's safe for water. It's safe for water to be sure, but she also those three, Christopher Walken and Robert Wagner and her, they were all out on a boat in Catalina because that's they were living the life, but it doesn't seem like a great place to be super scared of water. It's just
Did you know it was the same
cruising around on a boat
doctor as Marilyn Monroe's? The same.
Really?
Yeah, same guy.
And I heard they both had a secretary named Lincoln.
True.
I just am like, what? Like, why were those three on a boat together? Like, it just seems like there's some weird sex stuff going on, which I don't think was could have like connected to why she died, but like, I kind of want to know that side of it.
And
like,
that's
what was going on with those three?
Talk about
it. They didn't go over that? I saw the PBS documentary. I love that we've all seen different versions.
Maybe that's the one I saw but her daughter did it. So I think I saw the HBO one.
No, I saw one where it talks about she was married to Robert Wagner or dated, and then she left him. They both had kids in different relationships. Then got back together, and then she was in a movie with Christopher Walken, and there were rumors that they were banging. And so then when they got on the boat, Walken and the other dude were arguing, and then that's when it all went down.
They were arguing because it was the debate over Christopher Walken was saying you need to let your wife work more in movies.
Right.
She's taking a lot of time off to be with the kids. And Robert Wagner was like, hey, don't tell us how to live our lives. And they're arguing like that. And then she falls off the boat. End of story. Like, what?
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
a
and,
lot
and-
that just.
the guy that was the captain of the boat was like, there was a huge fight. There was a bottle broken.
Yeah.
Like,
And they made that captain of the boat, Robert Wagner, made him live in his house, his mansion in Beverly Hills for a year, kept him captive, would not let him speak to the press. He had a girlfriend at the time that would come to the house. He had a guard send her away. Like, he developed a drinking problem. He was like, yeah, at first it's great. You're sitting by the pool all day in this Beverly Hills mansion. But it's like he wanted to leave at some point, and they were like, oh, no, buddy, you're staying right here for a year after. And why do you think they did that? Because he knew shit.
Because he needed a place to stay. Okay, stay.
yeah, because of Renaissance. Robert Wagner's a good guy.
No.
Hey, let's get back to this Leo thing.
Yeah.
We got to pick a winner. Andrew,
Django.
full title, please.
You really went into that D. Django. It's just Django.
It was a hard D. I apologize.
Django Unchained.
I'll kill you, Doug, wherever you live. I'll live with you.
Is it me? No, it's Car.
It's Carlisle.
It's me. Okay, so it's the Revenant, the Revenant.
Wait.
The newest one.
Revenant.
The Revenant.
Newest one, but
That's
You know what I
good.
mean.
I didn't even know that.
I know I haven't seen it, but
It's
The Departed.
Yes. The Departed. I'm gonna go with. Oh man,
it's getting tough.
it's starting to get into that zone where you have to be really creative and say shit like Marvin's Room.
Wow.
Whoa.
all right. Blood Diamond, Brie.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
that's one where it's really his accent's really hard to get past.
Because it's perfect.
No, it's supposed to be South African diamond merchant voice, and it doesn't really. It feels
It
weird.
doesn't work.
I mean, I guess it did work because he probably got nominated for Best Actor for the fucking thing, but it took me out of it. It's just like there's this new Beanie Feldstein movie. I wanted to love it, but she's British, and I can't. Every time she speaks, it feels fake.
Does she have to be British?
Well, it's based on the story of a British woman, but she went. They filmed it in England, and all the other actors are British, so it just feels weird. It's like this big parlor game where one woman has to pretend to not be an American.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that didn't take me out of Bridget Jones. I feel like Renee Zellweger really nailed. Although I don't know a British accent, I feel like she fit well into that world. Like wasn't distracting. Do you agree, or was
Southern and British go hand in hand? And
Yeah. Some are better than others for sure, but like it just feels like there's so many British actors that sneak into American productions and we never know it. But how often does some American get to speak in a British accent and nobody catches on?
I know.
I don't know, but we're not British, so we can't tell.
And I will say this too, like for specific regions, for New York accents and other, like Midwest accents, they get it real specific. But for Southern, y'all just generalize it. Like everybody just talks like a fucking redneck. And whenever you hear it, you can be like, oh, that's a mix of like 10 different regions. It drives me crazy.
Right. And what mix are you?
He's white and trash.
I'm 6% Cherokee Indian. I've tried to tell y'all this.
Yeah, right.
It's why I can easy and have a drinking problem.
She's white and trash, but it has a very classy ampersand between them. Okay, so that's on you, Carlisle.
No, Nikki.
Oh, it's Nick. Wait, who said Blood Diamond?
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm an idiot, dude. Again,
Yeah.
final answer.
Carlisle.
Speaking of Southern accent, Andrew's really leaning into it today.
Don't
You just got so Southern to get the people to like you. It's an affect.
I bring it out of
I
them.
will fight you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my bad, Carlisle. You go, Carlisle. That's like a different person than we met at the beginning of this podcast.
Greensboro, South Carolina region. Perfect. Nailed it.
All right, Carlisle. Sorry to interrupt the game, Carlisle. You go, Carlisle.
You go, Carlisle. Go.
We're really running out, so I gotta just default to Growing Pains season 1.
Oh no, Carlisle. is
No,
out.
you're out, bitch.
That's all I can think of.
Okay,
I'm
I don't
done.
remember the name of this movie.
Oh,
because
no.
It could have been like, so I'm just going to take a guess. It was like, I'm going to fuck it up. J. Edgar.
That is
Oh,
correct.
that's close.
No way.
Is that the name of it, though?
It's called J. Edgar.
Fuck yes! I can't believe I did that. I was thinking Hoover. I was
Isn't
thinking
that your dad's name?
oh my God. No, my dad's name's EJ, but very close.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go with Wolf of Wall Street. We haven't said that
Oh, come on. Yeah, why didn't I think of that?
yet. Andrew?
Fuck me, dude.
I know, it's tough,
Do
right?
that one. And I was gonna, like, that was on the tip of my freaking tongue. All of them. Shit. Do I have a time limit? I'm sorry.
Yeah, because we have to end the show in a few minutes.
It's hard. I think, oh man. I think I might be out too. God, why? I know there's something right in front. I'm trying to picture him in every him singing.
know.
What's he look like as a tiny boy? What's he look like if he has lots of makeup on as an old man? What's he look like in war? Like trying to picture him in different. Like what's he look like underwater? Oh yeah, drowning in the Titanic. What does he look like if he is having sex? Oh yeah, The Departed. Catch Me If You Can was a good sex scene. Like I'm just running out. Picture him as someone mentally handicapped. Oh, we already named that one.
I know.
Yeah.
And
He also is very,
What's
you know,
he?
he's
Is he
kind
in
of a
space
movie.
ever?
He's for a movie star. He doesn't have a ton. He doesn't have, you know, he stars in every movie he's in. So he's not. He doesn't have a million credits. You know,
Right.
each of these takes like a year to do. You know.
Yes.
All right. So Andrew, you're out.
I'm not out. I'm sorry. Shit. Fuck. Shit. I'm so angry because I know. Okay, whatever. I'm out. Fine. Whatever. I won the first round thing.
That's the important thing. Nikki.
That is. Honestly, I gotta be out too, but I will just make a guess and say Austin Powers 3, just because there was lots of cameos in that one, and maybe. But I'm
I
guessing
think the
no.
guy that killed Natalie Wood's in that.
Yeah. Not really
No, I know he's
Yeah,
not a
Leo-
cameo guy.
Leo's not a cameo guy. I mean, if anybody ever gets him for one, that'll be quite a coup. But Nikki,
know.
you did technically last the longest of all my three guests today, so you are our winner today.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Doug. What would you have said? What's next? What's the?
Congratulations. Well, that's what I'm still sitting here trying to think of another one. I think I'd come up with one if I waited long enough, but
I know, me too, but it's just we just don't have time for it.
we really nailed it.
What were Scorsese's movies? He's in a bunch of Scorsese's. He's in.
Well, yeah. We went through all the Scorsese's or Gangs of New York, Shutter.
Was he ever in
Wolf of
space?
Wall Street. He's
Was he
never
ever in
been in
space?
space.
Okay.
He's never been in space.
Has he ever been
That
in a
was a
Western besides
pre-production.
Once Upon a Time?
The Django.
Oh wait, yeah, you got it. That's how you figured it out. He was in a Western called The Quick and the Dead.
Yep, there you
Oh,
go.
I wouldn't have got that. Good job.
Yeah, you have to picture him in every setting of a movie.
Yeah,
All right.
it's hard.
That was really fun. That was a great person to pick though. He's done it all.
That's always fun. And do you have any real quick, Nikki, things that you do want to promote other than your show not existing anymore?
Yeah, I still am doing a podcast every weekday during quarantine for the next 2 months. It's starting this Monday. I don't know when this is going to be, but starts Monday the 18th, and it's called You Up Hit of Pod. And it's just 20-minute episodes every day, Monday through Friday for the next 2 months. And that's on Comedy Central podcast. But it's called You Up.
Love it. And
Yeah.
do you have guests?
I don't think so. I'm honestly just doing solo podcasts with just my rambling thoughts. And I did them a little bit before I took a break from my show. It was always in conjunction with my radio show.
Mm-hmm.
And they just kind of developed over the course of this quarantine. I was like, I just want to podcast every day. And so now I do these daily ones that are just my diary entry, and they're really fun. And I say things that I regret, and they're just short, and people really love them. So I hope people check them out.
Okay, is that your flippy floppy?
That's my flippy floppy.
Thank you, Nikki. I know you have to run off to another show right now, so we'll let you go while we do Andrew and Carlisle's plugs.
Awesome. This was so much fun. Thank you for having me, Doug.
Thank you. It'll be on the internet tonight at midnight.
Oh, awesome. Yes. Can't wait.
Yay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Glaze.
Right.
All right, now we can talk.
Yeah, dude. Tell me about, wasn't she the worst?
Carlisle, do you have anything else you like? I mean, you could say all the same stuff you said earlier. You had such a perfect succinct plug.
Once again, everybody, please check out Here for the Hang. It's on YouTube, and I have that coming out every week on that show, but then a daily podcast that is a accoutrement to that show, if you will. And that is on Patreon only. Patreon, Here for the Hang. And both of y'all need to come on that. Doug, I want to get you on soon because there's so many people that hit me up on YouTube that are fans of Getting Doug with High, and they found me that way, and they told me that.
Oh, nice.
So we have a lot of same fans.
I love it. I'm in. I'm happy to participate. And I'll holler at you when Getting Doug with High is a thing again. We're still working to get that back off.
That's what I was going to ask you. That's happening again, right?
That's the plan, but it's hard to have a plan right now. But hopefully. And Andrew Collin, what do you want people to do?
Well,
are you on
Carlisle
Cameo? You should be on Cameo.
I am on Cameo.
You are?
Yeah.
How much do you charge?
$20.
That sounds like a great deal. $20 to get a nice little message from Andrew Collin.
I literally give it my all. I really do try to be as funny as possible. I don't just do some bullshit, but I just.
He does give it all because it's all he's got.
Okay, this is my pitch, Carlisle. I didn't step on yours when you were literally pitching Doug to be on your show, which took an extra 30 seconds, which people have already definitely stopped listening because the meat of the show's over. I'm
going to tell Nikki you called her meat.
Yeah, that's the worst possible thing you could call her, probably.
The tofu of the show is over. I just wanted to tell everyone when Nikki's off now, the serious show is now. They gave me the show. I haven't told Nikki yet, and it's going to be called "I Am Up" with Andrew. And then I have my podcast called Puddles with Andrew Collin, and it is on Patreon. I do daily ones as well. And my next guest is Tom Segura. And I had Nate Bargatze on recently. Myers Leonard, he's an NBA player. I don't know. It was a lot of fun. And Doug, I'd love for you to do it, not Carlisle.
Well, I only do things that Carlisle does. So when you work it out with her, then I will. I'll be happy to do it.
Thank you.
And thank you both for being here or being wherever you are. And could you each send me a picture of your environment where you're participating so I can use that in the promotional materials?
My broadcast bunker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will do.
Yeah. I especially want Andrew a picture of you in that hat
with the dicks in it, no doubt.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can slide that into my DMs if you don't mind. And then maybe someday you'll get my actual phone number. And that's it for now. We'll be back again. We're doing 2 shows a week every single week. As always, the
Thanks
horror.
For having me, Doug.
Thank
As
you.
always, hang on, you guys. As always, the horror. The horror.
Now it's time for Doug to watch another talkie. Eyes of gold, his viewing prowess makes him cocky. There